Good afternoon, everyone. Treasure Troller here from the partially mask-wearing militant state of Michigan, where we have more FBI agents and paid informants than we do actual conspirators in the plot to kidnap our governor and dictator, Gretchen Whitmer. We're also home to the very popular rock star, Alice Cooper. Yeah, I'm not going to mention the other one. So there was something a little interesting I caught on the news last night, and I read a little bit about it this afternoon. And it's just something that makes me wonder, like, really, if you want to do this, what's going to happen down the road? And that is, I think her name was Shirley Johnson. I can't remember her first name. Her last name was Johnson. She was a district attorney in, was it Atlanta? The Ahmaud Arbery? Well, she was actually the first district attorney to work that case, and she had to withdraw. And she withdrew from the case. She first tried to get, I guess, someone else in the DA's office to do it. They didn't want to do it. But she got herself removed from the case. The main reason was that one of the suspects, or one of the accused, was the retired police officer. Well, he had done work for her in the past. And she also the way they say it, delayed the arrests of these individuals. So she was sort of brought up on like not performing her job, which I think she really did to begin with, and that was, I have a conflict of interest here, someone else needs to do it. And I think anything else beyond that would be an injustice, whether it be arresting someone or not arresting them. But we're really going to start holding lawmakers' feet to the fire. Oh, I'm going to love it. You really want to do this to this individual, because I'm all in on this, because I guarantee you, how about we start suing city officials and mayors and police departments for not prohibiting the rioting and looting of stores? How about we jail officials that don't know where the hell $3 billion went? Yeah, I'm all for this. There's a lot of things to be excited about today, but this has to be the most exciting. Is we're going to start holding public officials accountable for their actions or lack of actions with grand jury indictments and possible jail time. Couldn't be happier. The next thing is, boy, we got two more things here. Oh, let's see, it's tough. All right, we'll go with the Michigan game. I'm a little bit surprised Michigan won. I'm rather, I thought I saw the line when I was making my bets last night. I didn't bet on the Michigan game. I'm not superstitious. I'm a little stitious. And I'm a little stitious with the, I don't bet on, I really don't like to bet on Michigan games. But if I was a betting man, I got to be honest with you. 2 days ago, I think the line was 8.5. Michigan getting 8.5 points. And I really still thought that that was still a pretty good line, taking Ohio State in the points. And last night it was Went down to 7.5. But man, rivalry games, and when the home team is the underdog, yeah, that's just a tough one. So I'm happy about that. I'm not going to be overly joyous because, hey, look, I mean, Michigan is now like 1-10 against Ohio State. I mean, if Ty Cobb went 1 for 10, he would have never made it out of A ball. So let's not get too carried away. But at the beginning of the season, Michigan was running the ball a lot with fullbacks and with the fullback set and the tight end set, which to me meant they were just going to run the ball against Ohio State. So not shocking that they ran the ball, and they ran it like right up their backside and beat them. Teams these days, pro teams and college teams, they're not equipped to stop the run. They got these little midgets out there in the secondary to try to cover these fast receivers, and this run pass option stuff is just nothing but get the ball and look for a hole. I mean, no one tries to create holes anymore. They just try to run daylight. So there's going to be a new concept next year. I think they're going to go back to the T offense, the full house backfield, double tight end, foot to foot splits, and they're just going to run the ball straight up your backside, which would be cool. I would love to watch that. That would be my favorite team. The last thing is more on the personal side. I'm happy and sad at both. Yesterday I had off. I overslept. I usually not sleep like a normal work day. I got up maybe 5 o'clock in the afternoon yesterday. So I sat down for a night of poker. And I'm not a big spender here, not usually, occasionally, but so last night I wasn't feeling the serious need to do a lot of grinding, but I played some of the micro stakes tournaments, and I play in America's Card Room most of the time, not a site approved by Michigan. I mean, there's reasons why. There's MGM and there's Poker Stars, but there's issues with them in that there's not a lot of games, and the buy-ins are much bigger, and these turbo events. I don't like turbo events. I like the regular speed tournaments. Blinds go up every 12 to 15 minutes. That's the tournaments that I enjoy. Anyways, I was in for $3.30 and out for $216. It was a very, very long tournament. Heartbreaking end, though. I finished third, and I really thought I had the guy on the ropes, but unfortunately, the noose was around my neck. Pocket kings, and I raised him pre-flop, and he called, and the flop came, I don't know, 9 something. Highest card was a 9, and then he bet, and then I jammed about 20 big blinds on him. He might have had 40 big blinds. I jammed for 20, and the buffoon called. Pocket kings against ace, or pocket kings against 9-8 offsuit, and well, of course, an 8 came on the turn, and I didn't improve on the river, so sometimes the donks win. You know, I got the money in good, but that was the way. Sometimes, to me on ACR, sometimes the nights always seem to go a certain way. And last night was a 70-30 advantage meant I was going to lose, and that's pretty much how a couple other tournaments or hands went. I was 70% to win on the turn, and then of course the river kind of screwed me, and I was about 70% after the flop, and of course you know, wasn't good enough. So that's about it for the day. I want to keep track of that prosecuting attorney or that DA's case. So that's interesting because I really want to see what happens after that. So my new gimbal came in today. I'm sure it's much bigger than Lamont's. Mine is much bigger than Lamont's, but that kind of goes without saying. So it's the 3-axis as opposed to the 2 or the 1-axis. Our axis. I'm using the 1 right now. I like it in my car. I like using it in my car, so I may keep it to do that. But the only way this thing kind of levels out or keeps the frame still is in the I don't know, portrait mode. Basically, I would have to turn this thing kind of sideways for you to see it, but so yeah, keep track of that. Go blue, but let's not be overly joyous about this. It was a great win. We need to get back to the full house, the tee backfield, and that'll be national championship time. So with that, this is Treasure Troller saying aloha, good day, and go blue.